Okay, so there we go. So just gone live on the DAX. Right, good afternoon, guys. Happy Monday. Hope we're all doing well. It's just what's going on here. Hey, Lola, Spike, Carlo, Richie, Dicky, 100x. Yeah, good afternoon, guys. So listen, we're just long on the DAX, the German 30 or the German 40, however you wish to say it, depending on your broker. We specialize in trading gold, NASDAQ, and DAX. We are price action traders. Um, I don't trade anything other than price action. So, guys, a little bit of house rules. Steve Ford, good morning. How are you? Good afternoon, even. Um, hey, Jazz. So look, just while we're getting ready, few house rules. We don't talk about anything other than price action in terms of trading. I don't do fair value gaps. I don't do smart money concepts. I don't do ICT. I don't do order blocks. I don't do orb. Um, if you want to ask me questions about price action or what I'm doing or fundamentals, things like that, fine, no problem whatsoever, because that's generic. BRK, no idea what that is. So yeah, don't ask me any questions about that either. And if it is just shorthand for something, let me know what it is shorthand for. Because hey, John, how you doing? Yeah, I'm long the DAX right now. Literally, it triggered just as we went live. So you waved it. Yeah, hi guys. So listen, and the other house rule I have in here, guys. Hi, Mark from Ibiza. Now you've just ruined my day. Apple user from Ibiza. Good afternoon. How you doing? I hope you're enjoying Ibiza and catching some rays, and I don't ruin your day listening to music by boring you to death looking at charts. So Kwang, give us an idea what BRK is. Who have we got on YouTube? A little bit quiet in there. Hi Anna. Hi Vic. Uh, yeah. Okay. So I am long on gold on the DAX. Gold, I'm not really interested in unless we get above 33.74. There's potential you could go short underneath the last hourly candle or 15-minute candle if you want to look at it on the 15. But yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. Afternoon, Peter Cole. How are you, buddy? Um, I'm trying to throw out. All right, why is that not working? Play games in. I don't want to play games. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. Uh, Something weird's just happened on TikTok. Uh, yeah. Okay. So listen, we are long on the DAX right now, and let me move that over there. Not quite sure what that is. So yeah, we're long on the DAX right now. We're 6 pips up. So oh, make it 12 pips up. Just had a nice little jump there. 14. We can You can see my uh, first TP is up at 24,075. So we've got what another 20 pips to go up to there. But I will be moving to break even a little bit sooner than that. My mum's done the usual. She's coming at give me a call at 1 o'clock. You would just think, nice cap, no cap. Yeah. Bick and Back and Bock, how are you? Duncan, did you get a chance to watch Institute of? No, I didn't, mate. I didn't. I've had a relaxing weekend, to be fair, buddy. well, when I say relaxing, I've been looking after my little one all weekend. Miss has been working away. So yeah, we not looked at it, but I will at some point. Fine, my friend, lost 70 pips today. Okay, well listen, gold shorts will be triggering just about now if you wanted to go in short. You've got around 39 pips available. I'm going to stay away from this one because I'm long DAX, and I'm going to be looking for long above that area. So we'll see what happens. Not jumping in, good man. That's what I like to hear. No need to jump in. We just let it run its course. Yeah, so simple. This is a little BPC trade, guys, where uh, yes, we are looking to looking for the market to potentially go back up to this sort of like 24,100 level where we've seen the market reject a couple of times. There is a potential area. If we do get above that 24.1, we could look for that gap to be closed. But listen, let's not count our chickens before they're hatched. First of all, we need to get back up into this area, okay? But no risk, no Ferrari. Exactly. I've forgotten the guy that came on last week. You could go and trade with him for no risk at all. Um, Nice TP1 on gold. Yeah. So look, guys, TP1's already been hit on gold for the members that went short. I was already in this trade, so they got nice 10 pips secured on gold. Well done, Anna. GG's. So listen, this is the beauty about being in the trading community here at Trade and Train, right? Um, our members are getting so good at analyzing the charts. They are sharing the charts. They're sharing the charts within the group, um, and the analysis is spot on because we all analyze the markets in the same way. I teach people how to trade and analyze in a set manner that you will find that if someone shares a chart, 75% of the group will share the same chart with the same levels, the same ideas. And this is what consistency is all about. If you can teach something, you can make something so rigid that there's no gray areas, then you'll all be able to look at similar setups. It's just you choose which ones you want to take. Okay, so you can't take them all. If you do, you're just going to be over risking. You're going to be trading too much. So don't do that. Yeah. Um, hey, Paddy. Yeah, I would, mate. If you list, Paddy, are you online right now? I've just seen your message pop up. Um, just let me know if you're online. If not, I'll reply to you. Well, if not, I'll know you. Well, what's your opinion on News Free Mondays? Mondays, I'm not usually a huge trader on Mondays, but today there's been some nice little setups. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely. What's your opinion on Zig chain? I have no idea what the hell that is. There's another thing I'm going to have to put in my house rules. We don't talk about Zig chain. Is it a crypto? Is it a style of trading? I have no idea. So I do apologize, guys. Um, I'm not quite sure what it is. So I couldn't give you an honest answer or good constructive feedback. So in that case, I would say best thing you can do is don't ask me about it again. Do I have a group? Yes, I have a free group, which is on Telegram, and then I have a membership group. So, which, for those in the membership, um, all right, let's go to break even. 20 pips up, get to break even. Uh, uh, um, Yeah, so I'll just pull you a link across in a second, or you can go to my stand store. The link is in the bio. Which, hi Cleggy, how you doing? And you'll see the different options there. There's a monthly option or an annual option. Annual, you're getting around 700 discount a year. And the monthly at the minute is on a 33% off, which will end at the end of this month. I do one-to-one, but that is purely for members. I don't do one-to-one for people outside of the membership. Okay. Um, Right, so we're going to look at this. So, yeah, anything to do with trading we do, but look, ultimately it's all around our style of trading, yeah? So listen, appreciate the quote. Anna's got TP1, Will's got TP1, lovely. Let's see if we can really get this moving on DAX. So we're 20 pips up at the minute. Continuing our, what do you think about Trump lifting the trophy? Um, there's not a lot to think really, is there? I mean, look, he does what he does. I mean, I was Anna TP2, well done, darling. Um, Trump is Trump. I mean, I think I was more surprised to see Chelsea lift the trophy than Trump. So, um, but congratulations to Chelsea. They're dominated. Right. Okay. Listen. Yeah. Gold. Well done for those that took gold. In fact, while we're just waiting for this to do its thing, I'll just get you the link to check. So look, guys, if you want to look at the memberships and the subscriptions, you can do that just by. Oh, damn it! I'm gonna share a link in the chat right now. So I've posted one there in TikTok, and I'll just post it now here on YouTube. But I do know most people that are in YouTube will probably be stops already at break even. Yep, stops are already at break even. Just got in on that last 15 flip. Lovely. Well done. Well, we're 20 pips up now. Anyone that wants to take a little bit of profit, no hard feelings. Yeah, by all means, take some profit out at this point. Um, or just let it run a little bit. Preference is yours. Look, just guys, if you just want to see what I mean by, if you just head over to YouTube right now, you'll see some of the members just saying thanks to Lisa, um, because Lisa shared the chart in our membership group, and they've all managed to reap the rewards from it. This morning, Anna shared a chart um, that we all reaped 60 pips from. So the beauty is when you're part of a community and everyone's being taught in a same manner, you're not having conflicting ideas and charts and different things sending across. Everyone's sharing the same ideas, same thing. So let's say you've got to go to, let's say you're driving for the next hour and a half and you can't get in front of the screens. You can listen to it or you can't check. And then someone posts a chart and you go, do you know what? That looks great. You can literally just pull over. You can uh, place the setup and off you go. But if everyone's doing like different things, different analysis, different setups, then it gets confusing. You don't know who to follow, what to do. Whereas this way, right now, what you see is everyone that is placing charts, sharing charts and setups, you will know instantly whether you like that based on the fact we all have the same rules that we adhere to. And I'll show you right now. After we've come out of this trade, or at least I've taken some profit off so that I can look elsewhere. I'll show you exactly what I mean when we go and analyze another chart. Let me just have a look, see what's going on in the NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ breakout longs could be interesting as well. So NASDAQ breakout longs. Gold looks like it's going to continue dropping down a bit. Now, I'm not analyzing these. I'm just looking at it on a different screen while I'm waiting for the DAX to hurry the you-know-what up. But look, ultimately, it doesn't matter. That's a long buy due to double bottom. Um, you can call it a double bottom if you want. It is a double bottom. I don't trade it. I just see support here. Buyers have come in. Next candle's wick down, and we've broken the high. That's it. So, hi mate. Does your strategy compare to one in a quantitative finance role? Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit? My strategy is just a price action strategy. So it's very simple. I wouldn't try and fluff it up and make it sound more complex than it is. It's just simple price action because that's the flaw of these groups. Everyone enters slightly differently. Yeah, so within the way that I explain things, the only way that it could be different from one person's screen to another in within my community is it'll be the time frame. The systematic approach and the rules that we apply will always be the same. And with copy trading, how do you help your clients deal with spread depth and liquidity? Listen, liquidity, there's no issues. Gold, NASDAQ, DAX, they're probably the most traded markets out there. So you've got, am I shorting gold? I'm not, my members are. Some of my members, I'll show you what they've shorted. I'm not. They sold this candle here. So if we look here, I was already in a long on the DAX. This candle broke and closed below. This next candle pushed up. As it broke the lows, they sold. So they've taken profits out there. And we're 20 pips up now. So everyone's a winner. I'm in the DAX. And missed it, unlucky Vic. No worries, mate. Don't worry, there'll always be more trades. There'll always be more trades, so don't chase. Now, uh, yeah. So guys, listen. I always say when it comes to trading, first thing you got to do is make sure you have a simple set of rules. And the reason you want simple set of rules, so with price action strategies, obviously different time frames show different candles. Yeah, but ultimately, right? So it's a bit like looking at your watch, right? So your watch is going to have an hour hand, a minute hand, and a second hand. Just one of them moves a lot faster than the other, that moves faster than the other. You're still telling the same time, you're just getting to see it in a microscopic way. So the higher time frame will move slower, but will be more rigid in terms of it's going to have a stronger say overall. However, the smaller time frame will give you an early indication if there is likely to be a change in trend. So how do you know which candlestick patterns are correct? So I don't use patterns. So I don't use patterns. I only use the actual. So look, I'll explain it to you. So James, I'm enjoying the questions, by the way. And Vic, 1 second. Secured 15 pips on the DAX and break even. Well done, Lola. Certainly will not. Don't seem to Mondays. I make up for the rest of the week though. Nice one. Okay. So listen, let's go back to what James was saying in terms of which candlestick patterns are right and which ones are wrong. So pleasure, mate, pleasure. So listen, there's only four things that a candle can do, right? So if this is candle one, and we're gonna say candle two is coming next. Okay, so it can either do this, which means it has a higher high and a higher low. So that I call an uprange candle. Or it can do this, which means it has a lower high and a lower low. That's a downrange candle. Or it can do this, where it has a higher high and a lower low, which is an outside candle or an engulfing candle. And then the last option is it can do this. Oh shit, sorry. Um, you know what that second one was. Or it can do this, where it has a lower high and a higher low, which is an inside candle. They're the only four candles that can be actually formed. There's nothing else that can happen. Now, obviously, Steve Neeson created a whole wonderful book of Japanese candlestick patterns and gave them all wonderful and wacky names about gravestone dojis, dragonfly. three dark clouds, you name it. That there's more Japanese candlestick patterns that you can sort of come up with than whatever. But there's only four candles that can actually form. Uprange, downrange, outside, inside. There is nothing else that can happen other than those four. Does that make sense, guys? So, so if we were to look, I'll do them all slightly different colors now, so you know that I'm referring to. All right, so let's just say, all right, each one of these that you're seeing right now. So if the first gray one is the first candle, then each one of these represent candle two. So candle two in this gray box has a higher high and a higher low than the first one, meaning it's an uprange candle. The black one has a lower high and a lower low, meaning it's a downrange. The greeny colored one is an outside candle, meaning it has a higher high and a lower low than the first one. And the red one is an inside candle, meaning it has a lower high and a higher low. So that's the only four things. So I'm going to explain how we came up with this trade based on my strategy, right? So this will only be one of the strategies, but this is a range trade. So a range trade is based around 4 points being formed. So first point is here. Second point is here. Third one, and then fourth one. Okay, so now we've got a range, and that's identified just by resistance and support being formed. Now, what I'm looking for is buyers to come in at this area. So as buyers come in, the next thing I'm looking for is the market to come down. If the market comes down, I'll place a buy stop above the high of this candle, providing I've got clean range up to the top. So I've got clean range of 50 pips. That's perfect. I'm more than happy with that. I'm looking for, I just realized, where's my partial TPs disappeared to? Okay. Looks like we're going to get pinged at break even there. Anyway, so what I'm trying to identify here is once I've got clean range and the markets come back down, I use an entry technique that I sort of align with the bow and arrow. So if you pull the bow back and you let go of the bow, the arrow projects forwards. So what I'm looking for in any type of entry is a wick down to buy. That's the market. People will call it liquidity, people can call it just attracting buyers, whatever you want. So I want price to come down to attract buyers, to make buyers want to re-enter this market. My entry will then be above the high of that candle because I'm buying with momentum. So I will always use a stop order. Notice just once you have a buyer candle at support, so support is just a seller candle followed by a buyer candle. That's it. So there's no subjectivity here. There's no gray area. It's either a buyer candle or it's not. And then the next candle either goes down or it doesn't. If it goes straight up, we don't get triggered. If it goes down, we buy above the high. This would be a range trade because a range is being formed. Yeah, does that make sense? So there's no gray area. It is what it is, or you can't place a trade. So a reversal, yeah, I mean, it is a reversal because a range is you're trading from top to bottom or bottom to top. And if you think about it, any trade is kind of a reversal because you're going from, if you're buying in trend, you want to pull back before it buys. So you're changing out the current market direction to go back higher. So, it has to eventually go up because of the open on the gap. This Eventually, yeah. I mean, look, eventually could be in 6 months' time. It could be in 2 months' time. We don't know. But what I would say is if price closes above this area here, then I would anticipate that the market will run up and close there. But between now and then, the market could break lower and continue pushing lower. Right, gold's had a real nice move. NAS is breaking. Okay, let's have a look. Uh, okay, yeah, 4 minutes for this candle to close. 4 minutes for this candle to close. So we'll come back to this one in a minute. Let's go and have a look at analysis. We'll go around all the other markets and see what we can do. So I always do my analysis on TradingView. Which time frame are you back to? How much data of backtesting do you have on it working? So in terms of backtesting, I will just look at a chart and I'll go back and I'll test it based around the London Open and the US Open, and I'll just pick random days. I'll do this in live streams, but I only want to see if something works in principle, and then I'll trade it in forward testing. So I'm not a big believer of back testing. Back testing, I just want to see if it works in principle. When you trade real, always want to look for like 0.01, trade it on the smallest lot size you can. Um, TikTok, did the screen just change to TradingView or not? Ah, there we go. Okay, so gold, the one that Lisa called out, has traded perfectly down to the support level. You probably got, I don't know, 53, probably got about 40 pips out of that. NASDAQ will be looking good for longs if we get a close above the level and then a wick down. So again, this is just going to be very, very uh, simplistic opportunity here. We've just got 2 minutes to wait. So let's have a look at the NASDAQ. Let's get rid of everything here. All right, let's start with the daily. Okay, daily's literally opened at the lows. Big old gap down, opened at the lows, and now we're starting to pump. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour big engulfing candle. Next candle's wick down, broken the high. So 4 hour on here looks really good. Hourly, well, we know that's going to be breaking because it's breaking on the lower time frame. 30-minute. Okay, so we have a setup, guys, and I would look to try and trade this up to around 22,835. So we've got the close above. We've got what, 1 minute. If the next candle pushes lower first, if it pushes lower first, I'm buying the break of the high, and first take profit will be 20 pips. Okay. Almost similar to that pair. Yes, 35 pips for Anna and closed. Amazing, well done. Uh, okay, I get that, but how would you combat random distribution? Random distribution, give us a clue. I think, hold on. Markets are random. Markets are random, so we can't. Had a nice little wick down there. Did you get a wick down on your data, guys? Just check to see if you got a wick down. If you did, Naz is setting up. Partial TPs, put those in. I'm gonna put. Okay, so let's put NASDAQ audit in, or I'm gonna put it in. Obviously, you guys, you do whatever you choose to do. There's just something that I'll be placing. Random. Uh, Random distribution can essentially make any system look like a winner given enough luck, basically. The only way to know your system truly has an edge is if it's not random distribution. I have no idea what that means, but I have no idea what that means, to be fair. So I won't comment on that. All I would say is back test it yourself. This is something that uh, back testing, and the problem with back testing is, right, I find that anyone I've seen that's run algos, they back test something to make it give the best performance. And for me, that's what you call curve fitting. So when it curve fits, it looks great under a certain circumstance. And when you come to trade it, then you have like things like slippage, you have things like uh, the performance doesn't quite mirror past data. So next thing you know, you're running at a slightly different variance. So I'm not a big fan of back testing. I will look at stuff and just say, right, does that work in principle? And if it does, then I will trade it on small lots. And then like I said, when I go to the gym, I will then start lifting heavier weights based on strength. So trading should be no different. Once you have uh, once you've basically created a foundation, a strength foundation, then you can start increasing your weights, your reps. And trading should be exactly the same. Once you start trading, start at small risk because small risk will not blow your accounts. Small risk will not do any damage, and you only increase your risk based on results, not based on impulsive decision. You can use FX replay. Yeah, you can use simulators, anything like that. I teach you how to trade. Oh, he's back. No man's back. Guys, quick, no man's back. It'll teach you how to trade without risk and losing your money. So the best thing, you can make money without risking it. It's amazing. As well as Excel probability modeling for a couple of thousand trades. James, I'm guessing you got some serious math knowledge behind you. Dylan, do you think gold will push back up after sweeping 33.53? Um, Potentially, but I'd have to wait to see buyers come into the market. Remember, I always wait for buyers to come into the market before I buy, and I always wait for sellers to come into the market before I sell. So I've got an order placed on, oh, God, that looks weird on screen. All right, let me just what am I bringing back? Bringing back MetaTrader. Let's get MetaTrader up. Yeah, Anna's got a wick down. Lovely. Why is it going up there? So orders in on the NASDAQ. Now, we shall see how this one pans out. So first TP on this one, we got 20 pips. Should it trigger? In fact, let's drop in our auto break even. Let's put that down at 15. There we go. Activate. Last question. Seen as candlesticks are a derivative of price based over a certain time frame. Yep. How do you see your strategy performing long term using this as a prediction or future direction? Um, so interesting question. So I don't see it as a, I mean, you can use higher time frame candles. The whole purpose of this strategy is not for long term direction. It's for the initial break of candle highs and lows with momentum. So literally my trades will last 5, 10 minutes. If they last longer than that, it's because we've been lucky and the market's had a one directional move, or I generally get stopped out when it's a trade that lasts longer. So the whole purpose, yeah. So I'm looking for short-term moves. Literally, I'll trade what maybe 6, 7 times in a day max, 2 to 3 trades per session. Um, like we've had one trade in this session. This will be the second trade. Now you saw if you're in YouTube, the other members they were short on gold. So I don't know if they took. Can you buy gold now? Listen, anyone can buy gold anytime they want. You've just got to understand why you're buying it. If you're buying it because you want to, because you think it's going up, then I'd avoid it. Look, I mean, look, I can see why you'd be interested in thinking about buys, but let buyers turn up first. Let buyers turn up because the market could quite easily break and close below this. So this is what I see from a lot of, I don't know, let's say retail traders. They'll just buy off the levels or sell off the levels, and it's great. If you're right, and the market will just give you a nice return. But the amount of times you'll see it, and it's like, how much room do you give the stop? I would never just buy blindly off a level. Why do people always buy the highs? Who's buying that? This is what makes me laugh. You just have one person saying they want to buy gold now, and it's at the lows. You've got another person just saying to me, why do people always buy the highs? So, as you can see, there's very different opinions from the two people that just last commented. Um, how do you test how much room to test the stop? So in my system, it's just based on the candle. Whereas if people were, I don't know, if I was to give you a random idea, let's say let's say whoever it is was just talking about gold here, and let's say, see, look, let's just say someone wanted to buy gold here, then something you could look at would be the ATR, um, and just say, right, I'm going to buy gold here. The market's moved $30. The ATR over the last 14 days is $35. I'll give it a $5 stop, plus a bit. So five would be the ATR, and then maybe you just want to add a chunk onto that. And then you're looking at that going, right, well, let's say I've got a $7 stop. How much clear range do I have? $15. Okay, there's a 2 to 1 if you want to trade along that kind of rationale. Um, but I just use price. On NQ, you are short or long? I have a buy order, a pending buy order. So a pending buy order above the high. So look, if you want to use things like that, so then you can use ATR just to give you an idea of how far the market moves on average. And then you want to look and say, right, what space do I have to trade into? And if I were to take these trades based on ATR, how much am I going to risk on average over a period of time? And how much has the market moved and what space do I have to trade into? So again, the variables are going to be a little bit different because you're looking at space and structure for your TPs. You're not just going to use a fixed TP, or I wouldn't anyway. Mm, can we make money with funded accounts or are they scams? Yeah, you can make funded money with you can make funded money. You can make money with funded accounts. A lot of my members have been paid out quite handsomely using um, Instant FX Capital. Where is it? Not that one. Not there, not there, not there, not there. Where are you? Uh, Not there. Okay, I'm just gonna have to type it in and then I'll send you it. 1 second. Instant. There we go. Copy. So these guys, they've been paid out quite a lot with them. Uh, in terms of restrictions, it's a static drawdown. There's no daily drawdown limit. You can hedge. If you want to trade news, you can do. Um, no, my losses aren't kept at 1%. I trade a fixed lot size, so sometimes I can lose more than 1%. Um, uh, um, Breeze Real Estate Estates. Were you just saying thanks to me, or is it someone else? The only reason I say that is because sometimes there's some scrupulous versions of me in here. Fixed lot size, so your losses are potentially bigger than your wins. Yep, potentially. Okay, thanks. It's just I wasn't sure if someone was in sending messages. So just remember, guys, I will never message you directly. Okay, I will never ever message you directly. I will reply. Um, I will reply to your messages, but I'll never uh, reach out to you directly. Isn't that an issue when it comes to long-term growth? No, because I mean, look, there's one way of looking at it. You can, if you want a positive RR, then you need to be right. I don't know, let's say if you average 3 to 1, you can be right 30% of the time and still make 2%. If you were right 75% of the time, you only need to be making what, zero point 0.5 RR, inverse risk reward. So yeah, Bick and back and Bok. Yeah, the team got short on gold and they've hammered it. I was long on the DAX, hence I didn't take it. I was already in. So it all comes down to, but why wouldn't you want bigger wins and smaller losses in relation to account size? So in terms of losses, like all great questions here, by the way. I would love to say that most of my losses are relatively small, but occasionally, if I get triggered into a trade and I take a full loss, then it's going to be a bigger, it's going to be it's NASDAQ. It's going to be a bigger loss. Um, I reduce risk very, very quickly. Why don't you let some of your trades run? I do, but I always like to get risk free. But the math isn't mathing there. Okay, so if you just look out, if you, I don't know, let's say you average 3 to 1 RR. If you're wrong 7 times and you do a fixed, not a fixed lot size, a fixed percentage, you're going to finish out, I think it's 2% up because you lose 7 and you win 9. Yes, you're up 2%. If you then trade, I don't know, 100 times, let's say your average win is 50, and you're 70% successful, right? You make what, $3,500. You lose 30 times, and let's say your your loss is 100. So let's say it's 2 times. You're $300, $3,000 down. You're still positive $500. So you can be much more right and have a lower return on profit and still make money, or you be the other way, which is you can be right a lot less of the time but have a positive RR and you still make money. Yeah, no man. What I suggest is just go live, pal, in your own account and go and spam someone else. There we go. Does that make sense, James? Scott, how you doing? I hope all is well. Looks like Nas should fill the gap. Well, if it does, it does. Let's hope so. Thanks, James. Oh, God, it's hot in here. Okay, what we got? Let's see if Nas can move. The girls that and the guys that went short on gold has absolutely ramped. Well done. This is we're on NASDAQ. We're on NASDAQ. Trading on no news Monday. I trade any day there's a setup. Um, I do. It does make me laugh. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. DAX isn't doing a great deal. Gold's looking well. Hey, the guys in the group had a good chunk of pips out of gold. I was already long on the Nasdaq, unfortunately. When Lisa sent out this trade. So Lisa, one of the members, she sent out this trade here. So as this candle broke down and closed below, as it wicked up, she sold underneath the low here and she sent that out to members. So well done, Lisa. Great spot. Let's see what happens now on NASDAQ on the open. I knew gold was bearish, but it played with us in London session. Dippy sippy, nice one. Mark, does your mentorship is on August? Um, so, John, what do you mean? It runs all year round. It's just the offer is from 147 to 97 is only for July. Stephen, hi Mark. Yesterday I stupidly accepted a follow request from someone pretending to be you on TikTok. They have all your videos, everything, and then start chatting, trying to get me to buy something. Yeah, unfortunately, Stephen, that is happening quite a lot. Um, David, Bob, thanks for sharing the live, much appreciated. Um, if it's online on August, yeah, I'm online. I never stop. I never stop, even if I'm away. I'll still do live streams while I'm away. What's going on here? You're welcome. My buddies will join soon. David Bob. Thank you. Much appreciated. Um, yeah, Stephen, unfortunately, that's something that is pretty rife, not just on TikTok, but in all social medias. So we just have to be very aware of who we're accepting. Just remember, if you're already following me, I'm not then going to reach out from another account and send you another a request or message you directly. Opulent Family, good name, like it. Um, Maybe I'll sign up for that month. Lovely, John Jet. Uh, yeah, they're good at what they do as well, unfortunately. They're very good at what they do. Gold is still dropping. See, wouldn't do anything with gold until you have if you're looking to buy, I wouldn't do anything until you see that buyer candle. So what have we got in here? Total views. Yeah, a bit quiet today. Bit quiet, but never mind. It is what it is. We've had one trade on the DAX, got 20 pips up. Uh, some of you secured profits. I'm not buying till I see strong movement to the upside. Yeah, exactly. Don't gold, just wait for buyers to come back in. Right now, we've seen a clean break on NASDAQ and we've had a nice big wick down. So far, it's respected the previous candle's low. If we break the high, I see this market pushing higher. What is it you use, SMC or plain? Just plain price action. Nice and simple. No, nothing too crazy. Stuck in a buy since 22.75. 22.75. When you say stuck in a buy, it doesn't sound very stuck to me. You mean you bought gold at 22.75? Oh, 33.75. Right. Okay. I was like, sounds like a nice stuck problem to be in from 22.75. Uh, but doesn't look like it. So I'm just waiting. Yeah. Yeah, I bet you wish it was 22.75. It'd be some lovely pips on the board with that, so yeah. So listen, guys, there's not a lot going on for me on any of those markets. NASDAQ, what we were down 29 points on the day. Oh, what's this? Uh, 20. Okay, just Peanut, I'm just dropping you a message, mate. Thanks for the question. What was my reason for buying? Okay, right. See the red zone? This, let me change it because I don't like red on my charts. I like everything pretty black and white. So let's go back to what it was, which was grey. Okay, so what do we see? So simple market structure. We've got resistance that's been formed here because we've gone from buyer candle to seller candle. We've had a pullback. There is no buying opportunity here, but then this next candle we see has a clear break of resistance. So it breaks out and closes above it. The next candle, as soon as it pulls back down and starts giving me a seller candle, I'm placing my buy stop above the high of the bullish candle. On the basis that this market has come down, it's attracting buyers to then push price up and push through the previous candle's high. So that's the thought process behind it. Now, gold could be doing something similar as well. What's that? 15-minute chart. Now, if gold 15-minute buyer candle holds like this, in theory, if the next candle wicks down, you could place a buy stop above the high of the 15-minute candle. I'm just going to stay on the NASDAQ for now. US 30 looks like a gap up also. Don't trade that one, bud, but okay. How's the back doing? Hey, Mafana, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Is this a zero? Yeah. So, well, it's a raw account. So I always say anyone that's trading, day trading, use a raw ECN pro account, whatever their broker calls it, where you pay commission per trade and you have tight spreads. Because ultimately, the bigger the spreads, the harder it is for you to hit target. So you're much better having a smaller spread and paying commission um, than having a standard account. Virtually back on the track. Forgive the love it. Okay, that's good to hear, Scott. Panda King, how you doing? Lots of people coming in today. Lots of new faces that I've, oh, not new faces, new names that I've not seen before. So, thanks for joining, guys. Hope you. So this is the Nasdaq. If you just joined, this is the Nasdaq. We've got a buy stop above the previous 30-minute candle high. That candle closed above resistance. Next candle's wick down, and we're just looking to buy the break of the high and hopefully buy with momentum. Is it safer to put the stop loss below the wick? Yeah, I mean, look, I just I placed this order when the candle was like this. Now, realistically, if this candle is going to close anything like this in the next 3 or 4 minutes, I would expect the next candle to push on and break the highs, at which point I'll move my stop loss underneath the low of the current candle. This is the NASDAQ. One second, guys. I'm just bro, buy or sell. I've got a buy stop order on the NASDAQ, and that order will stay there for the next 30 minutes. Okay. All right. We've got what, 3 minutes left for this candle to close. Gold's pushing back down, so for those of you that were looking to potentially buy, it's not going to happen on this 15-minute candle. Christoph, how you doing? What's my RR on this for TP1? 68. It's about 0.8 as it stands. So, 2 minutes, 1 minute 15 seconds. 1 minute 15 seconds, and then we can be looking for potential buy setups. All right, nearly there. No setup on gold, guys. If you are looking at gold, there's no setup. You have to wait. Any questions? It's a bit quiet. Okay, so if there was news, you'd not trade yet. Yeah, if there was news, I wouldn't have an order of resting now. I'd wait until after the news, then I would look to trade. So I always like to trade after the news, not before it. I don't mind having a trade in and being live 10, 15 minutes before the news, because the way that I manage a trade, if it triggers, I'll probably be able to get to break even before the news is actually released. Short on the DAX. No. No, I would wait for the DAX to break out of that range now. Oh, any other questions, guys? While we're waiting for this to potentially gold's popping through the level 33.47 now. Don't know what's happened, but literally my office has just gone up about 10 degrees. What's the what is your setup? In this instance, this is a breakout trade. So what we've seen is we've seen the market structure here. Candles broken and closed above. Next candle's wick down and then respected the resistance level. So this candle, I can leave this open for this candle. It's either going to break the highs or break the lows. If it breaks the lows and comes back down here, then I cancel the order. If it breaks the highs, we're in the trade. What do you think about the Aussie USD? I'll have a look on another screen over here, and then I will let you know. Hmm. Well, from a daily chart, it looks bloody awful, but I would say we're probably about to start a correction. Uh, yeah, I don't like the look of the Aussie USD. Or if you can hear the noise in the background, I do apologize. Brother, what time frame? This is the 30-minute, the 30-minute time frame. So obviously the 2 o'clock candle has just started. Am I still waiting for an entry? No, my entry is there. My entry is right here. You see it? It's where my cursor is there. 22748.5. Why do I prefer the 30-minute? It's just what's clear on this chart right now. I will use the 15, the 30, or the H1. I don't have a preference. I'll just trade whatever I see is clear. I started Forex trading today, and I buy the thingy at 65.70. Should I wait? Okay. Why did you buy it? Was it just a gut feeling, or did a signal tell you to buy it? And did you do it on live money or demo money? Yeah, I still have a pending buy order. Uh, I just went with it. All right then. Look, I mean, look, I can't give advice on what people are doing and how they're doing it. I just do what I do. And then hopefully what happens is those of you that attend and come in here or whether you join the membership, whatever, you'll see that there's a thought process behind it. There's no sort of if, buts, and maybes. It's a if this happens, we do that, and if that happens, we do this. There's no gambling involved with it, right? Um, so, oh God, sorry, sorry. One of my members' mum's just been rushed into hospital. One sec. All right. So I just had to send a quick message. Strong Gold, do you have an entry price? Yeah, 22. What was it? For 22,748.50. 22,748.50. Now just remember, check your broker because your broker might be slightly different in terms of pricing. So if you go to the NASDAQ, check your 30-minute bullish candle, have a look at the high of that, and then put it a couple of points above that. What is my stop loss? Anything underneath this gray zone here. Um, it's at 22,726.50. But as long as it's underneath structure, doesn't matter. If this candle pushes up and triggers us in the next 25 minutes, then it won't move because it'll be underneath the low of that candle. Alfredo got 200k funded, got up 1.5 in a week, copied someone who meant to be professional. Now I'm down to 198. Um, well, Alfredo, that's not even 2% you've lost. So you've gone up 1,500, you're down to 3.5. This, you're down 3.5 on 200K. It's not even 2%. So listen, pros will have bad days. I have bad days. Would you cancel this if this trade breaks the previous 30-minute low? No, I'll cancel it if this, and I'll cancel it if this candle closes below. So it's got this whole 30 minutes to trigger. Should I buy? Um, see, what Alfredo, what stats do you know about that person? So the reason I ask you this is that person may have a 10, a 20% drawdown at any one point. Um, they may have a higher drawdown. They may have a lower drawdown. I don't know. But if you don't know what drawdown they have, then you can't say I'm not using him again because he may be a fantastic trader or she may be a fantastic trader. You just have to know people's statistics. What's your win rate on breakouts? Michael Wood. No, I know one Michael Wood. I don't know if you're the same one. Um, Again, that will vary month to month. This month it's sitting about 75%. Last month was high. The month before it was about 52%. I didn't have a great month the month before. Um, but I would generally sit around 60% is where I'd say my making money is. Anything over 60%, then I'm happy. Anything over 70%, I'm much happier. Uh, and anything over that, well, I'm as happy as a pig in shit. So yeah. Um, but let's see what happens. We've just gotta we can only trade our systems, right? Gold's holding the four. Oh, I can't even repeat that phrase, Dylan. Yeah, so look, I mean, unfortunately, the retail world is sold a bit of a false dream when it comes to trading. You know, you'll see all these signal providers that will be doing X, Y, Z, um, earning telephone numbers. But realistically, if you're gonna do something that's gonna give you a return, you also have to appreciate there's going to be an expense to it as well. So if you run a business, it's very rare you just have pure profit coming in. You've got marketing, you've got staff, you've got rent, you've got rates, you've got, you name it, taxes in some places. Um, and they're business expenses. So when it comes to trading, your business expenses will be like Wi-Fi, it might be mentorship, it might be you might be working with someone on a psychology basis. Um, um, what else have we got? Uh, da, 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 da. Um, yeah, and losing trades. Sorry, that was one that I missed. I just got a message. Losing trades is another business expense. Whereas we don't have to worry about manufacturing. We don't have to worry about business rates. We don't have to worry about properties. We can literally just stay in our house and trade from there. What's your opinion on AI trading? Uh, I'm sure, look, AI is flying, right? There's only one thing that I'd say that AI can't do, and it can't have emotions. In terms, and that's a good thing and it's a bad thing, right? So it's a good thing because it will follow exactly what you tell it to do. Hey, how you doing? Did you short DAX eventually? The 30% announcement over. Hey, Cactus, how you doing? We did short DAX last week and we just bought it on the live stream earlier at 20 pips. Um, just not doing anything at the minute. I've got a buy order in on the NASDAQ, which is just painfully slow at the moment. We'll see what happens on the open. As it, some people think it's good and some people say it's bad. It's not going to change the way I trade. And listen, we'll never know which trade is an AI trade and which one isn't, right? You've got no idea of telling. So all we can do is trade what we see. And that's what I do. I trade what we see. And I have rules around that. So that's it. It, it's that simple. Uh, okay. You were listen. You were quitty. You were pretty close with your prediction on gold on Friday, Cactus. I think you said 33.50. Mr. William, hey, how you doing? I love Tuesdays. Nice. Yeah, you were very close on that one, mate. So well done. YouTube, quiet guys. Any questions while we're waiting for Nasdaq to do whatever it's going to do? Gold. Oh, this can go now. I mean, look, there's your next structure. Okay, so we do potentially have uh, in a couple of minutes we could potentially have a setup there. Hmm. Patience, patience, patience. Exactly. 2 more minutes. 2 minutes. VS Girl, you can add me to the live. Which live? Buys back in gold. Yeah, exactly. That's I think. Well, I'm gonna sit on the. I'm gonna wait for what do you call it? For the Nasdaq. Gold, what's your higher time frame of resistance or confirmation with the 15-minute buy setup? So on here, we're just looking at this little. I've got my auto break even just in below the gap fill. First TP of 20 pips, second TP of 50 pips, and then we're looking for the market to run up into the structure up at the top. And that's it. Nice little simple moves. we'll see what we can get out of it. Uh, it typical. This one's not going to move now. We can see it. Let's see what's going on. Peter Cole, TP1 on gold, lovely. TP1 peanut on gold, nice. And out at break even. Okay, well done. Another one, well done, Peter. I'm not entering yet. No worries, Dylan. Listen, remember the guys that are taking the longs or that they're trading, they all have a systematic approach, which is the same as what I do here, which is why when they all say they're hitting TP1, it's because they have the same system. So cheers, Peter. You've had a great first day to the week, so well done, pal. That's what I like to see. Let's see if we can get a nice little push here on this one. Uh, I believe red weekly candle for gold. Yeah, I would only start shorting it from tomorrow. Do I agree? I'll have a look in a little bit, Cactus. I just want to stay on NASDAQ for now. I'm going to sell from 66 should I get out. On gold, it looks like it's going to push up, mate. So I've got a buy stop on the NASDAQ, so I'm not going to. We're very close to triggering, so I'm just going to sit and wait for this one. I think with gold, I probably want to wait. See if the 30-minute closes as it does. I know you've had 15-minute T1s, so maybe you might get an opportunity on the 30. If Bitcoin breaks that low, looking at just simple structure here, guys. Oh, where's it gone? That'll be a change in structure here on Bitcoin. Nice. What have we got there? About 1,500 points. Won't be surprised if that happens. I see it coming to 41 at the minute. Uh, I'd wait. I mean, look, personally, if this closes a bullish candle, I'd be looking at buys above there. You've got a nice 170 pip range. And it's crystal clear range. That's nice, easy traffic to trade into. Even looking at the 15, it's nice, clear traffic to trade into. So buy stop can go above there regardless, because this is your 15-minute pullback candle on a 30-minute. It's actually wick down. Now, it could just keep dropping, and if it does, then it makes no difference to your buy stop entry. Exactly what I'm waiting for. Lovely. We've seen a lot of new names in today. Maria, was that? Did you have a question for me? I just saw at Mark Owen, so I'm not quite sure. If you've got questions, guys, and I've missed any questions, just send me either a private DM afterwards, and I will reply to you. But make sure you're sending it to me, because there are obviously a lot of people that are being a bit funny with the old social media accounts. Yeah. So yeah, guys, if you've got questions, please just send me if I've missed it in here, send me a private message afterwards, and I will reply to you. Uh, Hello again. Can you suggest me what to buy or sell like the one you're doing? I just got $5. Don't do anything, mate. Take the $5 out and use it. I mean, I can't see anything too progressive happening with $5. It'll just get swallowed up. All right, so Nasdaq's close to getting triggered. Don't know why that keeps happening. Price has to be below. All right, there we go. I just put TPs back in again because they just disappeared. Not quite sure why. Little tech issue there. Well, we didn't get triggered. Not yet, anyway. Buy gold. Yeah, potentially in 7 minutes. Nasdaq's in now. So if this gets to 1,500, I'm just going to hit stop loss at entry and we'll go to break even. So 5 pips up, 6, 8, 9. Halfway to TP. I'm just 5 pips away from break even. So as soon as we get to 15, I'm just going to hit stop loss at entry and you'll see my stop loss fly straight up to my entry price. This is a 30-minute time frame. So 5 minutes from the open. What am I waiting for? Christmas. So another 3.5 pips and we'll be risk free. 2.5. If you're asking, Sam, I mean, it depends what you call full time. I don't sit here all day, every day, put it that way. But yeah, this is what I do for money, if that's what you're referring to. There we go, that's break even. I only trade 2 times of the day. That's the London Open, the US Open. All right, we're very close to TP1. We've got 3 minutes before market opens. Go on. Let's have 20 pips, please. There we go. T1, guys. Happy days. Right, this can go and do whatever it's going to do. I'm just going to push that up a little bit so we don't lose anything for spreads. Gold, just need to wait for candle to wick down. You got 3 minutes for that to happen. So if the next candle, 30-minute candle, pulls back down, we can place a buy stop above the highs. Which pair is this? This is the NASDAQ. So the moment I joined this live, I got a bunch of follow requests from accounts similar to yours. Oh, you're joking me. Right, okay. Well, listen, I can't do anything about that, guys, because every time I try and do something about it, something happens to my account, and so anything that isn't, if you've got follow requests from somebody like my name and it isn't me, just block them, guys, because it's not me. I'll never try and follow you. I'll never try and message you directly. So always just try and, if you do join a live, just message the live person direct, and then they will hopefully get back to you. I'll always get back to you. It's just a matter of time. I'm not the best with social media. This is the NASDAQ. So sorry about that, David Bob. Unfortunately, these platforms don't like to do anything about it. I'd buy gold at 3 o'clock because the last candlestick on 1 hour is a reversal candlestick for a buy. Well, it's just buyers have come in. Buyers have come in. That's all that's happened, and that is all you ever need to see whenever you're looking to buy. You want to make sure that buyers are present, or you want sellers to be present. Let's go. Come on, Nasdaq. Let's pop. Uh, this message type is. All right, got some funny old. David, I've just seen your message now. Thanks, bud. All right, let's 40 points up. See if we can get to it. Just look. What's that? 230. Oh, yeah, it's the open. That's the right. If we break the high again, I'm gonna bring my stop underneath this low. There we go. Oh, so close to. I've just taken another half off at 40 pips. There we go. Right, it can go on and do whatever the hell it wants now. Oh, lovely. 66. Right, just taking another half off, guys. What a lovely trade that was. Yeah, if you got a wick down on gold, which I don't think there was, so lovely, lovely trade here on NASDAQ. How many of you took that? If you took the trade on the NASDAQ, just hit some likes, guys. I mean, we just hit 20 pips, 40 pips, and scaled another bit out at 60 pips. Good day. Yeah, exactly. Listen, it's simple price action, guys. Simple price action traded at the right time of day. So we're looking in potentially another 30, just under 30 pips if the candle breaks the lows. Right now, right now we've got 10% of the position running. We've scaled half out 3 times. 20 pips, 40 pips, and 62 pips. And I don't care what happens now. It's either going to hit this target or if it breaks its own low, we get stopped out. Yeah, so if we look now at gold, gold is potentially create. Does the wick down have to be in the first mint? No, just you want the wick down initially. If it goes up first, I'm not placing the order. So if it goes up first, I'll then wait for it to create a bottom wick, and then I'll place my order above the highs. Gold is asked to trade these days. And then maybe that's why I'm trading Nasdaq and DAX today. But to be fair, the one of my team members, they sent out an awesome trade on gold. They sent it out just before just after I placed a DAX trade. So I've no idea what the Nasdaq's going to do, but ultimately we're long and we're happy. Peanut's got his 100 quid a day. Lovely. Well done. I got a good entry short in Aussie CAD. Not looked at that. And don't look at it, but well done. There we go. That's it. Trade's done. So gold, if you get a bottom wick, I mean, I think right now what you need to wait for is price to give you a 15-minute bearish candle and then look for a breakout long and trade it into that range. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day now. I've been on for an hour and a half. So, listen, thanks for your follows and for your questions and your chat. I've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please send them to me privately, and I will get back to you. Anything Aussie is starting to raise, well, it's a risk currency, so it will move. It'll kind of move in line with indexes. Telegram, yeah, so you can uh oh no, that's sorry, wrong one. That's the fun. Sorry, I thought I'd. You can access my Telegram channels here. So on the stand store, you click on the stand store, you'll see my free Telegram channel or you see my paid for Telegram channels. Whichever one you want to choose, happy to see you in there. Guys, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it. Guys on YouTube, thank you. Appreciate the questions. Uh, yeah, there's Steve Ford. Thanks for keeping form, recopy trade. Yeah, will do, Steve. No worries, buddy. Great trading day, Mark. Spot on chap. Thanks, Scott. Andrew, cheers, buddy. Stopped out now below the candle. Lovely. Stealth Hustlers at Mark Owen. Is there a few in here by any chance? Let's have a look. Can I see who that is? These guys just don't stop. Okay. All right, guys, listen, have an amazing day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Link is in the bio. See you tomorrow, guys. If you've enjoyed the stream, give us a follow or hit some likes, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much. Bye bye. And James, thanks for the the gift.